Like, I really hate it. Like, I really hate this mascara. I hate it more than I hated it. Oh, I hate it more than I used to hate it. That sucks. Channel. For those of you who are new, I'm not sure how you got here, but certainly I'm glad you came. And if you are new here, well, you're in for a treat. All right, if you are into chaotic frenetic energy, you like beauty, you like horror, and a little bit of commentary thrown in between, then I suggest you go on ahead and subscribe for the low price of $0. I normally tell you a random fact about myself, but we are now going through my box of memories until really I feel like not doing that. All right, so first up, super fun. I was born in 1980, and so you see, kids, in the 90s, you had to get a compact disc player, a Sony Discman, if you will, and you had to connect your cassette player to that with, it was a whole stupid contraption. And then you had to hold the thing down, you know, like, in order for it to work, you know, like, so every time you hit a bump, the CD didn't skip. All of that to say you also had books of CDs, like books, like big CD booklets. And in them, if you were really cool, you had these. And this is my Limp Bizkit one. That's right, folks. I loved me some Limp Bizkit, okay? This was a good time. And there was something compelling about Fred Durst and his like, you know what I'm talking about? And his like red cap and like his like I don't give a fuck attitude, and like it was a big old mess. Like, I don't know. There was something interesting about this band. It was the 90s. I still listen to Limp Bizkit. I'm not gonna lie. It's not a guilty pleasure. It's just a pleasure. That's right. Anyway, I happened to find this. I don't know where the CD is, to be honest. I have no clue. But I do have the booklet, and that is that. All right, here are my socials. Let's connect, let's hang out, let's be friends, let's do things. My hair is a mess. I got my glass spider. I might bring you in closer to him later. His name's Simon. He came from the Ukraine and he is so fucking cute. All right, what are we here with today, Audra? Well, today is the first last chance. So what I thought I would do is kind of following up with doing my bops and flops. I thought it might be a good plan for me to just go ahead and film using some of these products and give them a last chance. Then there's other products where it's like I've used them once or twice here. Some of them you've never actually seen me use because I scrapped the footage. Because I did. But I just, for one reason or another, I would scrap footage, and a large part of it had to do with I'm always talking about it, but I'm just trying to be a little more open about it, but a large part of that had to do with my ADHD, and we'll get into that and a little bit more as we go ahead and do this. So what I'm gonna do is fuss around with some makeup, play with some of these things. We're gonna talk makeup, we're gonna talk about some shit that's going on, and possibly mostly my ADHD. Okay, all right. Let's get started. Oh, also, let me just bring you in closer because rude for me to be way back here and you can't even see what's happening. Rude. Can you see him now? All right, anyway. All right, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna use the Becca Skin Love Brighten and Blur Primer. I'm gonna see if I like this, but I just wanted to go ahead and use this. I feel like I may have used this before, but I'm not positive. So you know what, let's go ahead and do this thing, you know? Let's do it. All right. All right, so when it comes to filming, it's only recently in like the past, I think maybe month, that I stopped scrapping footage and I mean, I haven't even seen it. I've never even like looked at the footage, but because of the way that my mind is always racing, a lot of times I feel like I have said absolutely nothing the entire time that I was talking. And so I would just scrap the footage because I was fairly convinced that I said nothing. And since I was convinced I said nothing, I didn't even go look at the footage. I was like, I don't think I made any sense, and I would just delete it. Which, you know, wasn't the best plan, but it's very frustrating because when you are a woman with ADHD, It's not, from a large amount of us, it's not diagnosed until we are adults for a lot of us, because we're just having difficulties. The older we get, the more that we have difficulties in life, and we have a lot less control than you do when you're younger. Like when I'm younger, I had, more controls over like what classes I would take. I had more control over taking more electives and doing sports and things like that, doing choir, doing theater. So I had more choice in what I would and would not do, and I could kind of manage my life around that. But as an adult, it's not as easy, because like if I have a job and they want me to do X, then I have to do X. But it's like very difficult at some points, because I'm sitting there like, hey, can I just do things the way I want to do them? That'd be great. All right, I'm gonna use the Clean Canvas by Gerard Cosmetics because I'm really excited. I like this shit so much. I actually really like it. But I have less control over, what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna do it in the regular, everyday working world, because they make their decisions on rules and I'm just expected to follow them. And generally, especially in states that just, can fire you for any reason, really, since since they would call it a disability or whatever, I don't know. But since my issues would be something that you can't see, I don't ever check the box, because one, I just feel like that immediately puts me like, I'm already black. Like I don't need to add to making it difficult for me at my workplace. So I never check anything with regards to like, do you have anxiety? I never check it, because for me, I know that that's just gonna add another layer of bullshit that's gonna make it more difficult for me at my workplace, especially when when they've decided that they're over you or they don't want to promote you. They'll use these things against you. They won't say it, but So it's just a lot different. And it's also extremely frustrating in a lot of different ways. And one of them is even, I don't know how many times y'all have noticed this or seen this, but I've even had multiple issues where I'm like, oops, so sorry that I was telling you a story and I plumb forgot what it was. Like I legit forget what it is that I'm saying while I'm saying it. And anybody who's friends with me on Marco Polo, they know. Like I'm like, But my really great friends who know that I have ADHD are pretty awesome in prompting me with the conversation and going like, you were saying this. And I'm like, oh yeah. I'm back. So this is what it looks like on. I just kind of wanted to show you all this. Like, this is what it looks like when it's on. It's very fantastic. And I still have plenty more to use if I want to do like a cut crease or anything fancy-ish. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and use these. This is the first time I've ever used this. I got these a little while back from Ofra and I thought I would try it because why not? I got these in PR and this one is the Signature Palette Galaxy. I think this one might be the purpley one. Yeah, we're gonna fuss with this purpley one. We're gonna see what's happening here because it's like a small, I like a little palette and like why wouldn't I try this one? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't I try it? Why not? So we're just gonna have a good time. And another way that it can be very frustrating is just like sometimes it feels like being an adult with ADHD, I feel like my mind never stops. I just feel like it's always running and I don't ever really have an opportunity to just kind of rest. And it's even worse when I am on my period. That is a nightmare, honestly. This is actually performing really well. I wish the color was deeper, but I've got an idea. I've got an idea. But, and it's one of the reasons why I also started having to change like my Terror Tuesdays and I'm always like kind of moving that around and doing it in a varying different ways. Depending on how my ADHD is behaving depends on whether or not I can do a reenactment, or whether I can kind of sit and talk through a movie, or whether I'm just gonna do like different formats, like whether I'm just gonna talk about movies I'm excited about. I actually have to go that route because if I'm like having a rough time, it is a terrible idea for me to try to actually sit down and do a reenactment. Because if I sit down and try to do a reenactment while it's like super bad like that, it's not gonna go well. There's this like kind of shimmery purple, and I'm gonna see what happens if I like dip into it, because why not? Oh, you know what? That was a good idea. I liked that idea. You know what? I'm a smart girl. Doesn't add a lot of depth and dimension, but it does help it out a little bit. All right, I think I'm gonna try to do another halo eye with this, because like I don't really feel like doing a whole ass cut crease, and I don't feel like my skill level is at that point right now. But yeah, it's just, it's frustrating at times, because sometimes it feels like I'm running uphill and I'm running really, really fast, but it doesn't matter because I'm actually going to go nowhere. Like the hill just keeps moving, and I'm like, this is great. So like honestly, anything that I have a series on that like continues, you know, that is some effort. That's stuff where it's easy, and that's why I love when y'all like remind me of stuff. Like somebody had actually reminded me, and I can't remember who, because it was in a live stream, and they were like, hey, are you gonna do that everything I learned about life from horror? And I was like, oh my gosh, I completely forgot that. So I love it when y'all do that, because I have plans, but I don't always go back and check my own videos, because I actually, this is gonna make me sound like a jackass. I have a fairly big tendency to, I try to stay out of my analytics, which I know does not help me grow, but also I don't want to be too far into my analytics to the point where it's stressing me out. So I don't know a happy medium place to be yet with that. And as soon as I figure that out, I will be sure to let y'all know. Okay, so here is the Dizzle. I really, really wish that these shimmers like could give me more life. The mattes are actually nice. The deeper shimmer is performing fairly well, but I just feel like this, it's really soft. It's a really soft formula. It's pretty. I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like it doesn't have oomph. So I feel like I might be going in with another palette, but it's not, like this is a good little palette. That's what I'll say. It's a good little palette, but it's just not giving me all the oomph that I personally want. But I'm also darker in skin tone, so we'll see. I'm actually getting ready for a live, so let's hope a lot of this works out, because I'm gonna be very upset if I'm on this live tonight and I just am miserable as fuck with this makeup. Like, that's gonna make me super sad. Like, I'm so miserable. And everybody's just like, why are you sad? I'm like, I made mistakes. I chose the wrong makeups. So in like July or August, my mama, I remember talking to y'all about this. My mom hates my couch. So what she did is she got me a new one, and it finally came today, which I actually forgot that it was coming, because you know what I'm gonna say. I forgot that it was coming. So imagine my surprise when they're like, hey, we're here to deliver your couch. I'm like, you're what? So I had to kind of rush around, and like legit, I was rushing around trying to like not look like I completely forgot that I ordered a couch and was having it delivered to my home. But they were really kind. Shout out to Nebraska Furniture because they were super kind and they did a really good job of, they were even nice enough to like help me get my old couch to the little dumpy thing. So that was pretty tits. I was like, yay. And this is really, like, it's actually awesome. Like, I can't remember the last time I was like, I personally had a couch that wasn't, like when I first got that couch, it was like very exciting because at the time I had no furniture in my living room. Like all the furniture was in my bedroom because I lived in a bedroom. So of course all my furniture was like bedroom furniture before I moved into my first own place after a divorce. So like all of the furniture was just like it was all bedroom furniture, and I was like, oh no, mistakes have been made. So I was super excited when I got the couch, but it wasn't like a last forever couch. It was like, honestly, I think I got like a I'm still in college couch, like a college freshman couch, and I regret every no, just kidding. I was really happy to have a couch. Here. Okay, so this is what the eye look is looking like, and I feel like I really need a deeper purple. Like this purple is not doing it for me. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna grab my Colored Rain, my Colored Rain palette, and I'm gonna just add a little bit more depth because I feel like there's just like no real depth right now. You know what, I need a deeper purple. Yeah, I just felt like I didn't have enough depth and dimension, so I'm just kind of coming in here and I'm using this like funky little brush from Royal Langnickel. Let me just tell you something about Royal Langnickel. Funny name that I have so much difficulty saying, but when I tell you, I just love these brushes so much. I randomly started buying them, and then Linda Glitter Fallout has a discount code, so like that's been both a blessing and a curse, because my little happy ass has been like just wandering around grabbing these bad boys, because like I said, I'm a drawer. I draw makeup on my face like you're watching me do it right now. I put my makeup on in such a way that's like I'm drawing. That's what I like. See, can you see the difference between the two eyes? Like this one, this one, this one, this one. So I'm just adding some more depth, adding a little bit more dimension, giving it a little bit more like oomph, which I'm not mad at. I think it feels, if you were fairer toned, I think that this would be a fun little palette. For you, it would have the stuff that you need, but if you have darker tones, richer tones, I'm still remembering to say richer, and I'm really happy that that's being done, BT dubs. If you have a richer tones, I would say that this may not be the little palette for you. And you know what, this is, when this goes up, this will be a Thursday, so we're kicking off palette week. So what I'm gonna be doing is fussing around with palettes. I'm just gonna use a palette in every video until next Thursday or Friday. That's what we're gonna do. So at the end of this video, I'm going to pull out 2 palettes, and then on the community tab, because I'm gonna make this shit complicated, then on the community tab, I will have you vote on which one of the 2 palettes you want to see in the next one.
Yeah, hi. So here's the situation. I'm going to do none of those things in this video because I forgot. So the next one you're going to see is the Smoky Glow palette. And I'll try to remember to do votes on the next ones.
So now that I've deepened this and given it like a little bit more love, I think what also I want to do is like not have it just be plain ass purple, because I'm not digging the plain ass purple. So I feel like I'm gonna come in here to this Juvia's Place palette I'm using, and I'm just gonna like put a little of this like, there we go. I'm just gonna like give it some unicorn depth. That's what we're gonna call this, unicorn depth. I'm just gonna kind of smudgy it a little weird. You see that? I'm just smudging it. I want to give it like this kind of otherworldly feel on this side. I'm gonna pull that down like this. I got a plan. I'm gonna do it on the other side too. Obviously, that's a given. All right, so this is where we are with the eyes. I had to come in with the Juvia's Place, the Zulu palette by Juvia's Place, to kind of add a little funk, fun, excitement. Wait, yes, no, bug. All right, to add a little bit of extra depth to this because I just didn't feel like it had it. Now it kind of looked like cotton candy and I'm excited. Right now I'm gonna say it's a good palette, like it's a good little palette. I think if you have deeper tones, you're gonna need a companion palette, which doesn't bother me, but I know if you are a person who gets annoyed by having to use other palettes, maybe not. All right, so what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna play with this NARS concealer that I said in my Bops and Flops. I was like, oh, I don't like it, it's sticky. And now I'm really upset that I'm gonna do this to myself because I feel really strongly that I'm gonna spend the rest of this live stream just like annoyed AF by how I look with this shit on, but it is what it is. We're gonna play the game. I think I just got the wrong shade. Maybe I got the wrong shade. Maybe that's it. See, this is why I like to go back and replay with things. Maybe I got the wrong shade. I am so excited because it's Wigtober, you know? Wigtober, for those of you that don't know, that's like the rest of the year, like, because it's like I can wear wigs comfortably. Now, one thing I am gonna say about me and wigs is like, I have no interest in like prepping a wig and laying a wig and all that. So if you're expecting that, please don't. Like I am not ready to glare. I am, you know, no 90s love child. I'm none of these folks who do that because like I literally don't care because most of the time I'm not wearing it anywhere. Like I'm not going anywhere in this wig. I'm not doing anything in this wig. I'm filming in this wig. I might do a live stream in this wig. That's the extent of it. You know, so that's my thing. It's like I'm not trying to do anything in particular with the wig, so it's like I don't care. I used to like keep trying to say something about like how my wig was attached or not attached to it because I'm like I'm not gluing it down. I'm so sorry. Like that. This is the thing. I'm not doing any of those things because I don't want to. Like. Like I know I could learn how. That's not the issue. Like I don't want to learn how. I'm like, nah. Cause again, I'm not gonna wear this. Like I'm not gonna wear the wig all day. Like it's just not. I'm literally wearing it to film and have a good time. And so for me, wigs are fun. So I feel like if y'all see me, you know, and you're thinking to yourself that you need to say something about how my wig is sitting, don't. So what else has been going on? I did get the couch. Oh, this isn't that bad. I think maybe it's just the wrong shade. It's a little too red for this part of my face, and I think that's what it is. It's just a little too red. Maybe I don't hate it. Maybe I just hate that it's too red right there. And it should be less red in this area of my face. See? This is why. Now I just need to change the shade. This is why I like to do this. The first last chance. We're gonna keep doing this. This is a fun series. I like first last chance. Do y'all like first last chance right now? Cause I'm like, see, this is why I do this shit, cause I get confused. I get so confused. So it's just really red, and since it's really red here, I wonder, I have to use a red foundation for sure. So I'm actually gonna go in. I think what I'm gonna do, since this is such a like red toned, if you can see, such a red toned concealer, I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do. All right, then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try using my Milani Screen Queen foundation and see if I can keep this boat afloat. So yeah, all of that to say, you know, when Wigtober comes, I don't like, or I don't wanna hear any shit is what I'm after. Like, don't come talking to me being like, your wig isn't, I know it's not laid, I don't care. Please don't bother me. I just wanted to put on fun, funky hair and have a good time with it. Can y'all let me laugh? No, I'm just kidding. Also, I watched this movie that for some reason I had watched in the past. I think I own this movie, okay? I'm pretty sure I own it. And if I don't, I feel like I did at one point. I just don't now. Anyhow, this movie is called The Covenant. I don't know if y'all have seen this. It's kind of embarrassing, honestly, if I start talking about it. It is a little bit of an embarrassing type of a movie. Ooh, I look very, very warm. Very, very warm. I don't know how we feel about this. I don't know how we feel about being so damn warm. Let's see if I can maybe fix it. All right, so since I look really, really warm because I'm going back and using First Last Chance products, a lot of them, and I haven't used the Screen Queen in a really long time, we can tell somebody ain't been in the sun, and that somebody is me. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna play. We're gonna figure some shit out. I feel like this is a combination of shop my stash and also, do I want to keep this product? So I'm actually gonna use this Patricia Bright bronzer palette, face palette, because you know I haven't used this in a little while, and why not, right? This is a day of why nots. Oh, I remember that, like at first I was like, this has no pick, but on camera, is it picking up? Oh, yes it is. My bad. Okay, so oops. Now I may have overdone it on one side, but it is what the fuck it is now, isn't it? So anyway, I was watching The Covenant, and I don't know what was going on with that movie. Honestly, it's so bad. Like there's a damsel in distress for no reason, and she's just kind of like useless in the movie throughout. Like all she's really there for, and you can definitely tell, like the pretty blonde girl, because basically what they did is they were like, we're gonna make the craft but with warlocks. Speaking of the craft, I'm not gonna do that. You know what? Today's a good day, and what we're not gonna do is make ourselves needlessly angry, okay? But yeah, they were like, we're gonna make it the crap but with warlocks, but it had like none of the humor. It just wasn't like, there was no darkness. It just was there. There's like a final showdown and it's bad. Like I was just like, why is this the final show? Like I really think that they thought that they were making like a series, because they were just like, we got a bunch of hot guys, they do witchy shit. Here's my problem too with this movie, is like, they're like, we got a bunch of hot guys, they do witchy shit, all right, I'm there. I see what they're going for, right? Here's my problem. Like they took all of the good stuff about having like warlock powers, right? And just like completely stripped it. And here's what I mean. They took all of the good stuff and they completely stripped it by going, oh yeah, by the way, they have powers, but if they use them, it makes them old. Like who greenlit that and was like, yes, this is what we need to do. Like, can somebody punch them please? Because I'm still mad. I'm like, why would you? Because they made it like, so if you saw the like preview of this movie whenever it came out, I feel like it was like 2000 somewhere, but whenever this movie came out, like if you saw the preview, it was all like, so like that's the music that they played. And it was like the girls were looking just like, those are the sons of Ipswich, you know? And it was like really, like it was sexy, I guess, and sassy. And they just like took all the sexy sassiness. I feel very 90s right now, and I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna do my eyebrows and then we'll be back. I'm confident I'm gonna regret this choice, but it's happening anyway. Oh, I don't regret it at all. Never mind. I take that back. I decided to use the orange from the Juvia's Place palette. Mistakes were not made there. I am very proud of myself for having done that. Yeah, so anyway, what I was talking about with The Covenant was that it just seemed like this was one of those movies where there were like all these dudes who like were attractive, but like the acting was also bad. That was the other problem, like the acting wasn't even like mid-tier to me. If you've seen this, let me know. Cause I felt like it didn't even hit the mid-tier of like acting where you'd be like, oh, well this movie was bad, but like there isn't that feeling at all. It's like, this is bad. And there's no fixing it. It's just terrible. It's just one of those situations where I definitely could feel like I don't understand. Like the effects were all right, but it's just, I genuinely don't understand how that movie was greenlit just the way it was. Like I really don't. They're like, no, this is gonna work. And everybody was like, yeah, the kids are like way into witchcraft these days and like hot guys. And like, yeah, but like, what's the story? And they're like, what story? And we're like, okay, that's okay. I didn't realize we were just gonna go all out. I didn't realize we were gonna double down on like, this movie has zero substance. Which I mean, I'm not expecting like tons. Like I really wasn't expecting like tons and tons of like magic shit out of it, but like, is it too much to ask for it to be like somewhat decent? I have a little bit of fallout here, but guess what? Watch me not give a shit. So yeah, if you've seen Covenant, let me know, and let me know if you felt the same way about like how it went about, because I was just like the penultimate moment was like it wasn't that. Like it was supposed to be like this big deal, I guess, when his father was like, I will you. And his father is played by a literal mummy. Like, I mean, I could be wrong, but it looked like it. Like it did. It looked like his father was being played by a mummy. And I was like, oh, okay, that's how we're gonna do these things? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, oh, all right, well, peace out, y'all, I guess. Like, like it was just really weird. I just thought that the whole thing was very weird. Like they couldn't, I looked at that and I was like, y'all really called this a movie. Okay, all right. On the flip side though, I did watch Host, and like, that's good. It's goodish. That's good-ish. Like it's not like the best, it's not the worst, but it's like worth you having seen. Does that make sense? Like it's worth you having seen it. Oh. That turned out better than I was thinking that it was going to. Okay. Y'all. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyeliner and all that shit because I kind of am enjoying my little happy accident, and then we'll be back. We'll be back, okay? All right. All right, so this is the final look. I look like a rainbow unicorn. And I'm gonna go take some pictures of this because I kind of dig it. I am gonna say, quick reviews. The eyeshadow palette, I think that if you are a richer skin tone, you may need a little bit of companion palettes to get like a little bit of a deeper look. So I use the Zulu by Juvia's Place, which is an old standard. So I end up looking, you know, I like it. So far I am liking the NARS concealer. We'll find out. I think it's just that it's too red in the undertone. So maybe I will try one. See, this is why this is a good thing for me to do. I think I might spend the rest of this month like playing with my frickin' makeup so that I can make better decisions on some of the stuff that I have, because I've really tamped this collection down, and so now it's just like me looking at stuff being like, why don't I like that? All right, so then next up, I really do like the primer, the Becca primer. Like I said, it is fragrant, but it doesn't actually really bother me. And once it got on my skin, it really wasn't bothering me. I feel like it's far more fragrant in the tube than it is actually on the skin. But again, we're gonna play with it a couple more times before, you know, final decisions, but I really like it. I actually really do like it. It's great. It's great. It's great. All right, so then the next thing we're gonna go like, I still like the Screen Queen foundation. I do think that I might want to change the shade. I can't tell because I'm in the lighting, and then what I see on this monitor versus what I see when I'm going into editing are gonna be two different things. So I might wanna try like a different shade, maybe warm it up a little bit. I am gonna say that I still do like this Revolution Pro palette with Patricia Bright. I do like it, I still like it. It's still a fun time. I do wish that the blush was a little bit more But I think it's all right. I think it's all right. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So I do like this still. It did really well with the highlighter. Like all three pieces go together very well. And it does not have a contour in there. So it's just going to be your highlight, your bronze, and your blusher. In case you have not seen this, this is what it looks like. And it is a very good time if it wants to focus. There we go. It's a very good time. I have fun with it. It's easy to use. I'm also going to say, I did try the suggestion of layering the two mascaras, and I'm gonna tell you something. I hate these mascaras. This is it. They're going into a bin. I hate them so much. I did not realize how much I hated it until like this wand is a nightmare and made me like scream. I was just like, why? So this is definitely going into the declutter bin, and we'll see those at some point, maybe December, because I'm doing like one big end of year declutter, y'all, and that's gonna be some long videos. I'm either gonna do it in 2 or 3 parts, who knows? But I'm gonna have one big one at the end of the year. So then that way, you know, start of the year, I have room for new shit. All right, I think the Gerard Cosmetics eyeshadow primer, y'all, I think that it's tits. Like, yes, I'm here for it all day, every day. I really like this. It was very easy to use. I made a cute little halo eye. I'm feeling like a bad bitch right now. Oh, and you know what we gotta try? We gotta try one more thing, which I feel like it's gonna completely destroy the look. So you know what? I'm gonna try that one at another point in time. And the reason I'm gonna try it at another point in time is because I have a live stream that I have to be ready for in 15 minutes. And so I'd rather not like this and hate it. Anyway, that is it. That is the video. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy the look. And until next time, huge shout out to my patrons. Yeah. All right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this. I have wig hair in my mouth, and I hope that you know it costs $0. $0 to be kind, and it's so good for your soul. And until next time, deuces! But I absolutely hate this mascara. Like, I hate them. I have hair everywhere. I'm sweating. I'm kind of digging this. That went exactly. I am so fucking cute right now. It's unreal. Just gonna say it. I hate it. I hate it even more. I like the neutral lip, like my entire fucking soul is screaming from how much it's like, we hate this. I'm like, I know, baby. Now I'm just gonna have glitter everywhere for 17 million years. Bring. I hate it. I've come to steal your soul.